Have you ever passed gas and thought nothing of it? We all do it. It's part of being human. But what if I told you that something as ordinary as a fart could quietly reveal what's happening deep inside your body? It sounds almost funny at first, until you realize that doctors are now warning older adults not to ignore certain types of gas. Because sometimes what you think is just digestion might actually be your body whispering a warning. As we age, our digestive system changes in surprising ways. And the truth is, even a simple bodily function can carry messages about your gut, your liver, your pancreas, or even your overall health. This video isn't about embarrassment. It's about awareness. By the end of this video, you'll know the 4 types of gas older adults should never ignore, and how each one could help you detect a health issue before it becomes serious. So stay with me till the end, because once you understand what your body is saying, you'll never look at this topic the same way again. And before we dive in, if you find videos like this helpful, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon. That way, you'll never miss important health insights that could protect your well-being and independence for years to come. Number 1, a sudden change in smell. Now let's start with the one sign most people laugh about, until it happens to them. You've lived your whole life knowing that gas doesn't exactly smell like roses. But if you've noticed a sudden and dramatic change in odor, stronger, fouler, or lasting much longer, that's not something to brush off. Doctors say this can be an early clue that your digestive system is struggling to break down food properly. It often begins when your body stops producing enough digestive enzymes, something that naturally happens as we age. Without those enzymes, your food moves through the intestines partly undigested. And when it reaches your colon, bacteria start fermenting it, releasing gases like hydrogen sulfide, which has that unmistakably strong sulfur-like smell. Now, this doesn't automatically mean something is seriously wrong. Sometimes it's as simple as your diet changing. Maybe you've started eating more fiber, beans, or protein. Or maybe you've begun a new medication that affects digestion. But here's what you should pay attention to. If that unpleasant odor comes on suddenly, stays for weeks, and doesn't improve even after adjusting your diet, it could point to deeper issues like lactose intolerance, celiac disease, or malabsorption syndromes. In some rare but critical cases, it might even be a subtle warning sign of colon polyps or colorectal cancer, especially if you also notice blood in your stool or unusual bowel changes. That's why doctors often say, your nose knows. If you can smell a big change, something inside you might have changed too. So next time you notice a powerful odor that's new and persistent, don't be embarrassed. Be alert. A simple conversation with your doctor can make a big difference. Early detection is the best form of protection. If you've ever noticed your digestion changing as you've gotten older, comment #awareness below. It helps others know they're not alone in this journey. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now, because what we're about to cover next could surprise you even more. Number 2, persistent bloating and pressure. You probably had days when your stomach felt tight or full, but if that feeling of bloating or pressure is happening more often and lasts for hours or even days, it's time to pay attention. Many older adults describe it as if there's a balloon inside their belly that just won't pop. They pass gas, but the relief never really comes. This isn't just a comfort issue, it's a signal that your digestive muscles may be slowing down. As we age, those muscles and nerves become less efficient, which can cause food and gas to move more slowly through the intestines. Adding common medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or chronic pain, and digestion can slow even further. But that constant bloating or pressure can also mean something deeper. It might suggest diverticulosis, irritable bowel syndrome, or even a partial intestinal blockage, all of which require medical attention. I remember a story from one of our viewers, a kind woman named Martha. At 75, she started feeling unusually bloated after every meal. She blamed age at first, but her daughter convinced her to see a doctor. It turned out Martha had developed diverticulosis, tiny pouches in the colon that trap gas and waste. Thankfully, she caught it early. With diet adjustments, more hydration, and a little guidance, her symptoms improved, and she felt like herself again. The message? Your body is talking. You just have to listen. And here's something many people don't realize. Chronic bloating and gas can even affect your mood and confidence. When your stomach constantly feels heavy or uncomfortable, it can make you want to stay home, skip meals, or avoid social gatherings. But once you identify and manage the cause, that cloud starts to lift and life becomes easier again. So if you feel bloated often, don't dismiss it as just aging. Keep a simple food diary. Note when the bloating happens, what you ate, and how you felt. Sometimes those small notes reveal the big picture your body's been trying to show you. If this topic hits home, type #HealthyGut in the comments to remind others that listening to your body is an act of self-respect. And stay with me, the next type of gas is one that even doctors say you should never ignore. Number 3, gas with pain or cramping. There's a big difference between harmless gas and gas that hurts. If you're feeling sharp pain, cramping, or stomach aches every time gas passes, that's your body sending a distress signal. And ignoring it can be dangerous. For many people, these pains start mild, but over time they grow stronger, waking you up at night, making meals uncomfortable, or draining your energy. Doctors say that gas linked with pain often points to inflammation or infection somewhere in your digestive system. This could be anything from lactose intolerance to irritable bowel syndrome, or even diverticulitis, a painful inflammation of the colon. The key difference is persistence. If it happens often and keeps returning, it's not just gas. It's a message. Here's an example. A man named Robert, 78, once told me he started having cramps every evening after dinner. He ignored it, thinking he'd just eaten too fast. But months later, when the pain became unbearable, he finally saw a doctor and discovered he had an intestinal infection that needed antibiotics. Catching it late meant a longer recovery. His biggest regret? Not speaking up sooner. He told me, "I was embarrassed to talk about gas, but I should have been embarrassed to stay silent." That story stuck with me because it reminds us how easily we downplay symptoms that feel uncomfortable to discuss. So let me say this clearly. Pain with gas is never something to ignore, especially if you notice nausea, fever, chills, vomiting, or sudden changes in your stool. These are red flags. And remember, constant discomfort doesn't just hurt your body, it affects your spirit. Many seniors begin avoiding social events or favorite foods simply out of fear of discomfort. But once you get to the root cause and treat it, life opens up again. So please don't suffer in silence. Your health deserves your voice. If you've ever ignored pain, hoping it would go away, comment #ListeningNow below. And if you're still watching, I know you care about your health, so be sure to like this video to help more seniors discover these early warning signs. Number 4, gas with changes in stool color or frequency. This final type is one of the most important. When your gas starts showing up alongside noticeable changes in your stool, whether in color, consistency, or frequency, your body is waving a bright red flag. Here's why. Your stool color and pattern are direct reflections of your digestive system's health. If your stools suddenly become pale, gray, black, or contain blood, it could indicate an issue with your liver, pancreas, or intestines. For example, 1 black, tar-like stools can mean internal bleeding in the upper digestive tract. 2 very light or clay-colored stools may point to a bile duct blockage or liver problem. 3 bright red blood might be from hemorrhoids, or in some cases, something more serious like colon cancer. Even if you're not sure what's causing it, these changes always deserve medical attention. And frequency matters too. If you find yourself going more often, struggling with constipation, or alternating between both, your gut bacteria might be out of balance, something that often happens with age, new medications, or antibiotics. Let me share another real story. Harold, an 80-year-old gardener, noticed that his stools were getting lighter, and his gas had a strange metallic odor. He didn't feel sick, just tired. When he finally went for a checkup, his doctor discovered early-stage liver disease. Because Harold acted when he noticed those changes, his treatment started early, and today he's doing great. His story is proof that paying attention can save your life. So here's a simple habit. Every few weeks, take note of any patterns, changes in your gas, stool color, or frequency. Keep a short journal. It's private, but powerful. Because when you go to the doctor, those notes can help reveal what's really going on inside. Final thoughts. listening to the body's subtle signals. Now that we've explored the 4 types of gas older adults should never ignore, take a moment to reflect. Have you noticed any of these changes yourself? Your body is remarkably wise. It's always talking to you. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it shouts, but it always wants you to listen. The truth is, aging doesn't mean ignoring your symptoms or accepting discomfort as normal. It means learning to read the messages your body sends, so you can protect your energy, your independence, and your peace of mind. Even something as simple, and yes, as human as gas can be a tool for understanding your health. So the next time you notice a change, pause. Don't judge. Don't feel embarrassed. Just observe. Then talk to your doctor. Because the sooner you act, the more control you have over your well-being. And remember, health awareness is not about fear. It's about empowerment. If this video opened your eyes to something new, please click like, leave a comment with one thing you learned today, and share this video with a friend or loved one. Your engagement helps us reach more seniors who need this information, and it keeps this channel alive to continue bringing you thoughtful, empowering stories. And don't forget, subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week's video reveals 5 silent digestive habits that shorten your life without you realizing it. You won't want to miss that one. Thank you for spending this time with us today. Take care of your body, listen to its wisdom, and as always, stay healthy, stay strong, and stay aware.